how to start a language journal in 2022. Okay, so I am going to share with you guys what I am doing for my journaling practice now with my Mandarin and what I have done with my French I'm not currently doing, and my plans for 2022 with my Mandarin, my French, and my Spanish, and my English. So let's get started, and I have here my Mandarin, my Mandarin journals, my Mandarin notebooks, and I showed these to you in my last video with the lessons. In case you didn't see that last video, it's up there, starting how to learn a new language in 2022, that one, yes. And then I have my practice book. Well, what I'm doing with my Mandarin, let me grab them here, back here at my desk. This is my study station, and all of my materials over there, which I have organized by language, and helps me keep track of everything. These are brand new. They have nothing in them. I'm starting them. Actually, I think I need one more. All for Mandarin. I'm going to have, right now I have 4, but I'm going to have a total of 5 Mandarin notebooks. And what I'm doing here, I'm continuing what I mentioned in those 2. And then here, what I'm doing is I am planning to practice my 2 more things here. Hang on. Just reach. Got them. Okay, so these. I have these, and I'm planning to practice these in one of those notebooks. So probably the black one, because probably the blue one, because I use the purple one for my lessons. So then the blue one and the purple one, these are each going to be, I'll get into the journaling, I promise, but this is important. So the purple one I use for my lessons, and so what I'm doing with my teacher. And what I'm doing with my Mandarin is I am doing my own practice, my own vocabulary, my own lessons for myself in the blue one, just because they're both colors and my brain works that way. And then in the black one that I'm starting, so again, still using these 2. In this black one, I have, the white one is my current practice with my teacher. My tutor, and then this black one is going to be my practice with my with myself and my other materials. I think again, I haven't started yet, so it's still kind of like that's the plan. I think practice with that will be good, and or possibly, you know what, another idea coming through here. Again, we're always having plans, but having that flexibility to move with those plans. Something that I'm thinking now that actually might be a little better for me would be to, yes, have that separate notebook for the got a lot of notebooks here for the vocabulary and the grammar and the things that I'm learning on my own, so that I can keep it separate from my class. But I think it might be more beneficial, actually, now that I'm talking it through aloud, to do these. So I have these 2 as my classes, and then my independent practice, but my new lessons, my lessons for myself, and then my practice in the white notebook, yes, and then so 3 so far. And then what I'm going to do is use this 4th one actually as a journal, so as a diary, more of a diary than a journal, and for practice that way. So 4 notebooks then total, we'll see, it'll be like 4 right now, 4, and I think that's going to work really well. The reason I'm making that change, like right on the spot right now, is that I think that it's important to practice all of the vocabulary within the one notebook they have here, because like keeping them separate is good for practice. So then I'm like, okay, what's with the teacher, what's with this, so I can find it, and then have my lessons organized, because I don't want to it's like having a different subject in school and having a different notebook for each subject, and then like having your own practice, which this already kind of is my own practice, where I write in here. And it's not like I'm going to write and then I'm going to not include some of that new vocabulary. So it's, I think, best to keep it all like this in one place. And then if I want to have like a journal where I can do more of like thinking, like higher level thinking and journaling, then that's where this black one is going to come in, and where that'll be really nice to have that as more of like a like not like secretive, but like more personal, like a journal, like a diary, you know? And I think that would be really nice because so far I've called my journaling like journaling, my practice kind of like journaling, but and it is like journaling, but it's not diary. So I think it'd be fun practice to like write out my thoughts in that language. So I'm gonna try this. So this is kind of like 2 ideas for that. Could end up being diary, could end up being separate practice book. We'll see. I will update you guys when I figure out just like what the heck I'm doing. So never really. So never. No, I will update you guys. I will. And what I end up doing with these 4. This is my plan. 4 notebooks. And I'm gonna start using these a little bit. There. I'm gonna start using these a little bit more moving forward. And so there we go. Chinese, Mandarin. So journaling, let's get specifically into journaling for my French practice. So what I've done with my French for journaling, I actually did like journaling, and I use my own journals that I created. And of course, like, yeah, you know, if you want like prompts, they're really nice. And I kind of liked like, honestly, I like creating these prompts. I like writing the prompts. I'll show you guys what I wrote there. So you have like a prompt here, and then a translation. So it's written in English, and then I translate it into French, and then I write my response, which I've written in English and then translate into French because my French is like really not great. But if I were using this in Spanish, then what I would do is probably just write my own translation and my own response, which now that I think about it, would probably be pretty good for my Spanish. But my Spanish is covered for the time being with my Spanish classes, and I really don't want to add any more on at this time until I finish that in the spring. So this is what I have done with my French, and honestly, I feel like it really did help me. I was moving forward with it. It was just a lot to keep up with for me writing these journals because currently I'm on January, and okay, and we're coming up on January, and I still need to write the February one and then everything through to September. So from now until then, I'm still writing all these questions, and it was just a lot for me to keep up with. But for you guys, if you do want to try it out, they're on my website and you don't have to write the questions. So just going through those. And then I think maybe after I finish writing them all, it'd be kind of fun to actually go through them all, but then not to have that pressure of, oh, I gotta write next month's journal prompts, because I have to finish writing these for you guys. But yeah, so that is one journaling method that I have used and that I found effective for me. And yes, these are located in the Study Shop, by the way. And one more thing here. My French. So, I think what I want to do with my French moving forward, I have one notebook with my I have just one for my French. So, one notebook for French. And it's kind of like, I don't even know. My French needs some work, you guys. It needs a lot of work. So, I've got like just like lessons, I guess. These are lessons from my teacher who I was working with, and yeah, so these are lessons there, and I need to practice more is what it comes down to. I need to actually use these in sentences and like I'm doing for my Chinese. And if I continue lessons like this, I think that'll be my plan. That actually sounds pretty good. And then if I want to do more practice on my own, what I'll do, I have these pages that I've like collected over the years, which are really cool, by the way. And yeah, and I didn't make these, I bought these, but they're cool. And they have like really any of them. Like I could grab this one, French conversation, and just choose these vocabulary, like greetings, even though they're very simple. It's something that I haven't practiced enough anything with my French. And then just practice writing sentences in my journal. So let's make that distinction between journal and diary. Journal, daily writing. Diary, more personal. Yeah? And so I could go and use these as like greetings, more like journal style. And I would like to do that for my French, actually. And I think that would be really nice to even just do a little bit, even if I could just do it a couple times a week or even once a week, would be really good for me. So I want to make that a goal, but I also don't want to put so much on myself that I'm like overloaded. So I want to find a way to work some more French in every week. I'm not sure exactly what that is yet. An update will come. We'll do an update on like all 4 of my languages. So, but that is my French journaling plan that I'm not sure how I'm going to integrate in, but that I'm going to integrate in somehow, somewhere, some way. So I will integrate this in. Choosing a section and then writing the sentences is very similar to what I did in my Mandarin, where I just like chose the lesson and then practiced writing, like making sentences with it. And it was really, really, really beneficial to my Mandarin and still is. So French journaling. And this is something that you can do with like anything, you know. You don't have to have a journal prompts made for you, and you get to be more like, well, you have to think a little bit more about what you want to practice. You have to decide, whereas the journaling prompts are really good for if you're just like, I want to do daily practice. I don't want to have to think about what my prompt is. I just want to like go and see it and do it and be done. Those are really good for that. This is really good for using your vocabulary, using specific vocabulary and practicing specific concepts. This is really good for that. So both are great. It just depends on what you want to use them for. And yes, my French and my Spanish. So my Spanish, I really should have had these closer. My Spanish, I'm taking 2 classes this quarter. I'm taking, culture classes, culture history classes. And I'm reading this book. So I haven't started yet, but I'm reading this book, Las Culturas y Civilizaciones Latinoamericanas. And yes, so this is for my Latin American class. And then I'm also taking Spain and Portugal class. And I've taken both of these classes before, but these are different periods in history that I'm learning about now. And then, of course, it's all in Spanish. So that's the Spanish practice. So no journaling for Spanish right now because because I already got my Spanish pretty covered with this in my 2 classes, and they take up about 10 hours a week for me for each class. So 2 classes, 20 hours a week. And so it's a decent amount of practice in my Spanish, and that's why my Spanish keeps going up and up and up and up and up because of the hours and hours and hours that go into it. But if I were to practice my Spanish journaling right now, I would use, I think, you know what? I'd use one of those 2 methods again I use my French. Either the journals, or I would use my, so those journals that I showed you here, like this is the September one, and then the January one, like this, or I would practice with specific vocabulary and specific verb tenses. And yes, more to come on that, I think, in like maybe the second half of the year after I finish my bachelor's degree in Spanish, and then I get to be a little more creative with how I study my Spanish. So we'll see. We should do like quarterly updates. What do you guys think? Do you want quarterly updates on my progress? I can't guarantee that I'm gonna have like amazing progress to show in everything because, well, let's be honest, no one is amazing in everything. But I definitely can check in and be like, hey, this is where I am, this is what's going on, this is what I'm changing, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. And I think that might be kind of fun to do that, or even like a monthly or something. What do you guys think? Would you like to see like some kind of a progress update monthly? And it could just be like language progress update. I think monthly is kind of nice because then it's not like quarter. It's like January, February. It's like a quick little check-in. It's more smooth. What do you think? Monthly progress updates? Let me know down below in the comments. And that's it. And my English. But my English, so my English I practice constantly because constantly I'm using English. It's my native language. I am reading, my books are downstairs. Well, my books are downstairs. We've got like bookshelf over there, over. Well, I pointed to it, so let me show you. See my lights, my bookcase. So I have a fairly large book list for this like next 2 months this year, I guess, and I am going to book club, so I'm practicing my English that way. And I will make maybe a separate video about like reading in different languages. And yes, so English practice, and then of course just writing everything in English. My English journaling practice is writing the English journals. That's my English journaling practice. All right, well, I'm gonna head off now because I am. So I will see you guys back here next time. Again, remember, like, subscribe, all the stuff over here so that we can grow and grow and grow and grow and grow in 2022. And let me know how your journaling is going and what you'd like to see some more of here for your language topics. And if you want those monthly language updates, let me know down below. Bye guys!